We're at the Scimitar Squadron field. Got a few new airplanes for you guys out there. Hey, Sean and Steve and the rest of you guys in the Scimitar Squadrons throughout the world. And we're going to start over here with this one. You guys had a question about the boogie board. This is the shortest wingspan Scimitar that we've done to date. Even it's smaller than the Bug's Ear, which is 24. This is 30 inches from root to tip, tip to tip. The root is the quarter scale root, and the tip is the 60 root. And it's about 33 inches long and only 20 inches wide. Originally, I didn't have the nacelle on it. I had the engine mounted back, and the prop was right about here. You can notice these holes here. I had tip tubes coming forward, and I had lead on the front to get my CG set, and ended up almost 8 ounces in each tip. So, and it made it kind of tippy on the first flight with that way. So I put a nacelle on it, got the engine way forward, and I obviated all that lead. And you notice there's a fin on top, and there's two Vader-like fins on the bottom. You can see they're wore down from taking off. And what I would do for more vertical stability is put a couple of Desperado type wingtip plates and come up about 2 inches over here. Put them on top. Now you'll notice that all there is a wing with a nacelle. The elevon servos are mounted in the wing. This is the throttle servo. Are you getting up close enough,
yeah.
Mike?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now you notice in here, that's a hatch where the battery pack goes, and it's all tunneled through. The battery pack goes here, and got that one, and there's another hatch here. It opens the same way. Receiver sets in there. The charger and the switch plate. And hey, you guys, in Australia, my granddaughter told me a joke the other day. She says she's only 3 years old, and she says, "Do you know why the Roo went to the doctor?" And I said, "No, Lindsay, why did the Roo go to the doctor?" She says, "He was feeling kind of jumpy." So she's getting all set to come down to Australia and teach you guys how to do this stuff. So that's the boogie board. Got a hatch here for the fuel tank, engine mounts right here, slant cut, and well, you see from the first part of this tape how it flies. And you'll notice that my son Bill was on the runway where I was landing, and I went right over his head, and that's when he rolled over and said, "Oops," on the tape. This one here is our new combat ship. It's basically like a Scimitar 15, wings on top here. It comes off, got a little 40 in it, and just throw it in the air, the One Wheeler, like the Germans say. Got the One Wheeler here, and just launch it, hand launch it, and it goes. Just a standard. You can put a 60 size wing on it. This one's got a 40 size root. You can go to a 60 if you want. And adequate vertical, and it does the job. A lot of fun. We run streamers. I shot myself down with this by tangling my streamer in my elevons not too long ago. Now this is the new, you can see it, Wise Guy. It's basically the Polestar. Got a little 45 in it. It's a Polestar type fuselage, except no spinner. It's slant cut over here. The fin is moved back a little bit beyond the edge, unlike the Polestar, but still. And the high point of the fuselage is moved back a little bit, and you can see the canopies move back. Now the wing is about 58, 60 inches on span. but it's a Polestar root core cut constant cord, and mine has some 3-inch elevons, but it does well with 2-inch as well, 2-inch elevons. Again, the servos are on the bottom, slant cut, and we're going to get this up. By the way, Steve and Sean, those photos you just sent of the Simitar is outstanding. Looking for the tape to seeing it fly. And well, we're going to shut it down for a minute here. We're going to fuel up and give you an idea how the Wise Guy flies.
That fucking clamp. You got something loose, Bill.
Alright. Do some low circles on the ground now. And do it right out there. Guys, that's a bit of U-control there. You see the guy down in the middle holding the handle? That's the Scimitar U-control effect. I'm gonna go up a little bit. I'm gonna do a spin and recovery. Go up, do a spin. And all I'm going to do is let go of the transmitter. And go up and she comes right out. Oh, we can get a little bit of slow flight. Got a little air coming now. Slow it down a bit for you. Okay, I'm about full up elevator, and she's flying slow as a puppy. Got a couple of loops here. I'm going to connect the camera now, and I'm going to do a tight turn away. Try and keep it tight. Come in. How's that for our little tight turns? I'll do a little tighter one here. How's that? Got a tight turning and a loop in it. Out and do some low pass there. the old barber pole approach. Be a nice barber pole. Here's how the old fighter approaches are. Come on initial, on the brake, go out, come in, line her up, come by slow, and land. Well, Sean and Steve and all you guys down under, Gordy and Mike and all over the United States, that's a little checkout ride with the new Simitar Wise Guy. Again, it's about 60 inches. It has a root cord of the Polestar, 40 or 45 or 60 if you want to go. Tail set back a little bit, canopy set back. Slant cut, no spinner, no worry on the spinner. And we'll be back up in the air with a couple in just a bit. Tight turns.
On tiki.
Got it?
Got it now.
Okay, watch it.
That was a tough act to follow.
I must have the camera upside down.
Ready?
I gotta back off a little bit. Go ahead. Which way are you gonna go, though?
Your buddy's upset. Is that thing on?
Yeah.
You can hear me talk?
Yeah.
No.
No?
No.
Yeah, I can.
Well, catch this.
Ah, there, I lost it. It's hard to catch it when I'm at. I had it too much in the stream.
Okay. For all you down under mates, that's a Polestar FBI. It's on the glide, dead stick. Dick Barnato here in Bishop is flying. Mike Riggs, cameraman. And it's dead stick and it's gliding. Uh-oh, he did a roll on dead stick. Who can do that? My goodness gracious. So he's going to do an approach here after a few minutes of bleeding off some of the altitude. He's over 10 meters high right now. A couple times that at least. Oh, he's about 100 feet. And he's going to do some circles over the approach end. And bleed off some altitude. And make a little turn. Straighten it out. Feed back a little bit. Just ease back, and back. There you go. The old. This is our Humpty Doo.
Maybe you ought to go back to Italy and see her. And make up your mind then.
I don't need to do that. I've made up my mind. I made it up the first minute I ever saw you.
You go on in the house.
F2R, too fast to recognize. It's like we say, kind of jet looking, and we'll go around the barn and take a look, and we're gonna get up to the air in a few minutes, and it's a new Scimitar 2F2R as far as we know right now, and we're gonna go around the barn and take a look. The tail hook shot, you can see the jet exhaust coming out the back, and the exhaust of the Mac flow-through header on the header pipe on the KMB 6.5. So we're going to get up and go around the barn and take a look.
Starting up his new 2F2R. Beautiful gold-colored airplane. Hot KMB 6.5 with a side exhaust flow-through muffler built by Wally McAllister. Go, maiden flight, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That is not only 2F2R, but it's too fast to photograph sometimes, maybe, huh? There's that gold-colored top wing. And a beautiful blue bottom wing. Won't roll. Whatever that means.
Can you see anything in there?
Yeah,
Well, you can see the airplane?
Yeah, I got it now. I'm recording.
Alright, I'm gonna come slow, and I'm gonna come in and land. Okay? Oh, you got it.
I got it. Lost it.
I'm going out that way to the right to land. Okay? I'm right over that cloud. Can you see the cloud?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have the
I'll
airplane.
be over the cloud. Okay, there it is. I don't know what you're... The red button. You're on record
Okay,
now.
it's on record.
Okay, that's a checkout ride in this little puppy. This is the 2F2R, or whatever we're going to call it, too fast to recognize.
That's too fast to photograph.
Yeah, that's a 2F2P.
Yeah, okay.
And the Futaba Conquest 7 did the job again. This thing's been going for me for over a year and a half now almost. And it's been a heck of a radio. Got a KMB 6.5 rear exhaust with a McAllister flow-through racing exhaust pipe on it. And
is that a rear exhaust, Bill?
Huh?
Is that a rear or side?
Rear exhaust.
Oh, okay. I thought it was side.
KMB rear exhaust.
Yeah.
And we had fun, and we're gonna go up and do it again. Tight turns, buddies.
And the zippity-doo-dah, too. Been blowing about 30
darn. Yeah. You only have half a prop. That's not fine.
Well, it even flies in the wind, huh? Hey, you guys in Australia, down under Steve and Sean and all you guys, let's have some fun with some Newton, okay?
Drive your license 2 yards.
Hey, Steve and Sean, we got some wind and we did some flying, okay?
I think it's about 40-mile-an-hour wind. Plus,
It's not blowing very much, you know.
holy, get up.
Whoa.
I ain't turning this one loose. It's going to take off without.
I can't fly in those 25-mile-an-hour winds. We wait till it gets going to about 40 or 50, then we go, you guys. So let's have some fun. And I want to see that arrow over under fly too. And that Simitar is really something else, okay? And we have some fun. See you guys later.
Bill's telling us this is, can you top this?
Yeah.
We got a few to get it. This is a California wind. How about the Australian
somebody
wind?
tie me down now, please.
Hang on.
I got it. I don't know what I got.
Camera out and get a couple of stills of this too.
Okay, here we are, April 23rd. And I'm going to show you a few of the Scimitar series. They start down here, and okay, we have a little traffic here. Here's the beginning, Saracens, our gliders, down through the first powered ships, down through where we go all the way down the other end to the newest, the Zippity Doodahs and the Vaders and the Polestar X's. Got a whole shot of them here. I think there's enough to see. Okay, we're gonna pick them up one at a time and do some talking. Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna show you a few Scimitars. I've been asked many times, you know, how many are there? How many different variations are there? How do they start? How did we do what we did? And we're going to go through a few of these now. We're starting at the end with the very first. The Scimitar began with a glider, and we went in from the glider to a powered ship and through a whole series of some 50 different aircraft here. So let's go down here and start with the very basic attempt to fly a tailless aircraft, and it's the grandfather of them all. It's called the Saracen glider. We began on the slopes out of Malibu Canyon with the Saracen glider, and this one it's over 20 years old, and it's 72 inches on the span. And it uses elevons, of course. They go up and down for pitch control, and they counter-actuate for roll control. In the early days we used a mechanical mixer, a sliding tray we developed. But this is one of the very first in this series, which began at all, the Saracen, which eventually went to the Scimitar. This is another slope version. It's a 48-inch glider, flew off the slope and off the high start as well. 48 inches, and a little high roller in these days. Then of course, back here was an effort at a large Saracen. In fact, you see, this is number 5. This is the 5th one ever built in this series, the glider series. 120 inches, 10 feet, and had a lot of fun with it. The aspect ratio proved to be interesting. notice we reversed the elevons. This elevon narrow edge was at the tip, and we reversed it to make the aileron function more effective. We also introduced a couple rudder with the system to help in the turns because of the high aspect ratio. Now, the Saracen was named appropriately because it was very light and gives you the air effect. And when we built a powered version of the aircraft, as you know, the Saracens were the infidels who fought the Crusaders in the Holy War. And the power of the Saracen was his sword, called the Scimitar. So when we powered a Saracen, we put the power to the Saracen, we call it the Scimitar. And this is the very first Scimitar built and flown. It's half A, 049. And you can see this was a number 7 after a glider series. This is the very first Scimitar, with 049 in it. This is a more recent glider, but the next power chip in the series is called the Scimitar 15. The Scimitar, the 049 was in RCM, this was in Model Aviation. And the Scimitar 15, Model Aviation. And moving up in the power range, this was called a Navy. It had a 35 in it, and it became a little more powerful. Tricycle gear, you notice the flat gear here, a little different variation. And this was 503. After that came a little more power. This is the very first Scimitar 540. This was 40 powered, and a 7.5 in this one. And top speed was about 176 on the radar of the 540. By the way, this is a glass fuselage on these. This is Scimitar Deuce, KMB-21. Rear exhaust, and if you look closely, you see lights here. This was a flashing strobe. Here's a green for the right tip, we had a red for the left tip. This was a night flying ship. We used to fly with the Skynauts. Well, one thing led to another, and this is the first Skywalker. This is a Skywalker 40 size. There's a Skywalker 60, a Skywalker half A as well. This was in RCM as a construction article a few years back. It was a triple article, the half A, the 40, and the 60. Fussing around many years ago, I thought we'd do one. This was called the Top Gun, but it was never published because everyone thought it was too much aircraft, 40 inches with a 7.5 in it. And some of the editors didn't think it would go too well because it was a special expert pilot only kind of airplane. So this is the first of the Cowboy series. We first had the Top Gun, and this was long before there was any Top Gun squadrons or anything else like that. Top Gun flying. See ya. Thank you, buddy. This is the 61P Scimitar. 61P, 61 for powered by a 61, and P for pattern. You'll notice retracts in this one. These are the old Multicon electrics that Phil crafted a long time ago. This was in Model Aviation as a construction article. I've been asked many times about electrics. Here's a 15 electric version, Astroflight 15. And of course, all of the Scimitars are adaptable to, here's a Cobalt 15 size slow motion. Here's a 25 size slow motion fuselage. We use the same one. Many years ago I decided to do a bi-wing Scimitar, and it became the Astron. This is the very first X-wing Scimitar ever built, powered by a 15 And you can see that's the Astron Racer. Behind that is an Astron 60. And that flies off a float. It floats off right now. But the X-Wing is a practical airplane. Matt Arnett from Isabella, Lake Isabella, California, built a 85-inch span Astron, 26.5 square feet, using a Super Tiger 3000. Flew great. This is our tracer. This is truly a pattern ship. Tracer is truly a pattern ship. Has a rudder. It does all the pattern maneuvers. With a 60, it will tumble fore and aft, tip to tip. Here's one of our twins. This is a 19 twin, which was in Model Aviation. This is a half A twin that we did. We've done a 60 twin, and later on I'll tell you about a bigger twin yet. This was a fuss around thing. We had electric and we had glow in this as well. This is a large Desperado 3000. It was in RCM a few years ago. And this is another Desperado 3000. Ducted fans, yeah. How about a Simitar, S-E-A-M-I-T-A-R. 7.5 ducted fan unit. Been told it's the first ducted fan ever to go off water, but it flies great with a 7.5 and twin fans, fan mounted here. Now there's another Top Gun. Here's another Top Gun, a 60 size Top Gun, and you can see there's a float on it. We've flown this at Clear Lake some 3 or 4 years in a row now. Does well off water and flies inverted, rolls and loops the whole shot, like all of them. This is well, we took a half A wing and stuck a KME-15 Conquest rear exhaust in it, and gotta keep your eye on it. It's a pretty good mover. Pushers, yeah, we have pushers. This has got a 7.5 in the rear end, and this was named the Alien, I guess. Looks a little different cockpit, a little different front end. And for something even more different, come over here to the bottom line. If you notice the canards up here, done for effect only. They have no aerodynamic effect on the aircraft, just for looks. JFL. 60 powered bottom line. Here's the Future, 60 powered, a little bit of anhedral, very sleek aero fletch type, vertical on the rear end. It quite a performer. The Milwaukee Scimitar Squadron has a 100-inch version of this with a 5.8 Sachs in it. Flies like a 40. Here's of course, the French answer to the Chipmunk. This is the Cap 21. I call it a T-Cap 21, tailless Cap 21. Doesn't tip stall. Flies great. Flies at an idle. The Shooter. This Shooter 40 was in Model Airplane News. It was July of '91. 6.5 in this one. We have a 60 version as well. Here's the leading edge. This was an RCM twin fin job with some fancy scoops in the back. This has been an all-time favorite, slow motion. Bill Winter and I toyed with his thought, and Bill wanted to fly a Scimitar, so this is a slow motion, and out of the slow motion came the Bullet, 40 power job, 40 inch on the span. It's a Bullet racer. It's a slow motion Bullet if that fits, but we're running a little 40 in it. And then to go a little bit further, we did a stretch version of the slow motion. All we did was make the fuselage longer. It's called the Tradition. Same type of aircraft. The tail is stretched a bit. And then to make it even better, we went to a 60 size Tradition. And we've also flown a 3,000 powered Tradition as well. And it has an 85-inch span with a Super Tiger 3000 in it. And one of the most recent all-out favorites by far has been the Polestar. The 60 powered, Hot 40 powered. This is a 50-inch version, and this was in RCM March of '91. It's been a very, very popular ship. Guys have had a lot of fun. And out of the Polestar came the Polestar FBI. This one has an 80-inch span in it. Bill Winter had to have a large, he loved the Polestar, but he wanted a big one. Bill Winter actually has a 96-inch version of the same thing. And it does well on a 40 with a 96-inch wing. We call this the FBI because it flies by itself. My 2-year-old granddaughter can hold the transmitter while I go get a cup of coffee. This is a new Polestar FBI just built. The cameraman did that one. Out of the Polestar series.
Oh.
Well, one thing led to another, and we had to have another Polestar. And you notice the wing taper is more severe. This is a 34-inch span with a 60 in it. When the guys in Milwaukee flew it, I call it the Polestar X. But the guys in Milwaukee decided that it was the Polestar X EPO. I asked what EPO meant. They, of course, said expert pilots only. So 34 inches, it rolls quicker than you can count them. Give you an idea. We've recently upped the wingspan on this to 48 inches, and we've reversed the taper to obviate, totally obviate the delta. We're getting a little delta effect with this sweet wing. And of course, here's another version of the Polestar itself again, the little MiG version. And I was musing one day and wondering why we just had to have the verticals on top, and I remember going back and then talking to Bill Winter, talking about verticals on the bottom. We couldn't remember any full size with verticals on the bottom, or radio control, but we did go back to Sal Tabby, some of his free flights. So, stuck the verticals on the bottom, and there's old Darth Vader's helmet, so we called it Vader. In honor of our friends down in Australia, we call it Vader Down Under. Now, they've gone me one better. They've got a new one called the Arrow. It's got, instead of just the 2 fins on the bottom, it's got 4 fins like a arrow. They call it the Arrow Down Under. Now, electrics. Tom Atwood, when he became editor of Model Airplane News, asked me to do a hot electric for him, so we did one about as hot as they come. This one is called the Future Shock. It has a 25 Astroflight Cobalt Super Wine FAI. It turns 19,000 RPM. And this is a version with a 6.5 in it. But here's the one. Here's the electric version. No compression. See? Can you believe 19,000 RPM on electric? It sucks 16 of the 1400 push batteries. It does them in 2.5 minutes. But it's a great flyer. And more recently, we've got something even newer yet. This is a zippity doodah. Bill Winter gets me in trouble all the time. He said something about a Scimitar fun ship. So I noticed a constant chord, box fuselage, KMB-40, This one's only 3-channel. I have a throttle, no rudder, no steerable nose wheel, and the elevons, of course. And we fly it in 40-mile-an-hour winds, 60-mile-an-hour winds. We hover in inverted, do vertical helicopter-type landings, and we're in the process of putting together a Super Tiger 3000 powered version of the Doodah. And by the way, we have built a twin Polestar with two 45s in it, KMB 45 Sportsters in it, and we even went one better. We built a twin Polestar, has two fuselages on it, with two Super Tigers in it, 3000s. Weighs 27 pounds and has a 100-inch wingspan. It's on the tape, flying, in our flying tape. Here's another version of the Doodah. We've got a 45 in that one, a little bit winger, but a little larger wing cord on it. Now, I've been asked many times why do I fly these weird-looking things without tails? Now, I have been flying since 1949. I used to use escapement, so I know what performance is. The advantage in a Scimitar is, first of all, no stall. Will not stall, so that we get the wide speed range. We can go. I don't know how fast I can go, but we never get any Dutch roll with too much power. Wide speed range is very directional. Stays in any mode you put it in. You want to do a turn, nick a little aileron, and fly. And it'll do 360s all day long. It'll loop by itself if you ask it to. So stable. Again, my 2-year-old granddaughter can hold a transmitter while I go get a cup of coffee. Anybody can fly it. It works well and does a great job. And well, when you see the flying tape, you'll see evidence of what they really do. So to all you Simitar Squadron guys out there, this will give you an idea of what's been going on and where it all came from and how it happened. So when you ask me what's new and what's possible, this is an idea of what's been done, and you can see the possibilities here. There are endless possibilities. So have fun, and all you guys out there, guys in Australia, Sean and Steve and Peter in Miami, and all you other guys around the world, and Gordy, Milwaukee, you guys take it easy, have fun, be safe, be courteous, and tight turns to you guys. Okay, here's another new one. This is the latest. I'm going to call it something, I don't know, the sneaker, but it's got a little bit of P-51 lines for the P-51 pilots. Got a little radiator front end, a little cosmic wind, but don't know what we're going to call it, but maybe the sneaker or something like that, because we're going to surprise all our club members with it. And so this is the very newest Scimitar version. I'm going to put a little KMB 6.5 in this and see if I can get it off the ground. Might even loop and roll and climb. Okay, in view of things to come, it's about 30 inches long, about 20 inches wide. We call it the boogie board at this point, Scimitar boogie board. There's the yellow ones back there. This is all you get on top. What we're doing is the engine is inverted and it clears the wing. I'm going to set the receiver, inset the receiver and battery in the wings and the servos in the tank. And put a couple of Vader down under type fins on the bottom for vertical stability. And we'll give this a shot when we finish it in a few days and see how she goes. Well, I said we had a little bigger zippity doodah, and here it is. It's 81 inches on the wingspan, 27 inches on the chord. This fuselage, less the gear and wing, the basic aircraft frame weighs 7.5 pounds. And we figured it was going to weigh, with a 3-pound Simitar 3000. Radio and gear will probably be about 14 pounds. We've got 15.5 square feet of wing, so we should come out less than 16 ounces. So it ought to be a basic, it's a glider. So we're going to fly it in a few days and we'll have some fun.
Goddamn power wasn't on. Nothing came on.
What?
The record didn't come on. Now it is.
Oh, I think so.
You got it?
Oh, I'm just.
You don't have it yet?
Yeah, I got it.
You got the record button on?
Yeah.
Is it on record upper right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is
We're on.
Scimitar Classic. She dances with a rudder. I'll give it a little pass.
Huh?
I'm coming in.
Alright.
I think this year we'll find them. Fish late at night.
I'll get it down.
And that's it.
Yeah.
There you go. Now we're on
That's
again.
a checkout ride of the new Scimitar Classic. It's kind of 51-ish and Spitfire-ish and Cosmic Wind-ish and the old Futaba 7 UAF Super did the job again. K&B 6.5, and we had a lot of fun, and we're going to go up and have some more fun.
All right, let's get up.
Okay, here we are.
Here we are.
Sometime here in April.
Get out of here, some damn
The Scimitar Squadron. Got a few ships out here.
Hey, that was blow there.
Dick Bernardo's FBI. And there's his Pink Panther, Zippity Doodah. And there's Chuck's Zippity.
Green hat, chartreuse hat.
Mike Riggs zippity right there. Like Dale Dibble's getting ready to crank up. And there it is. That's the new Scimitar Classic.
Isn't that right?
Got a little 6.5 in it.
Deserve the very best. You know?
There's one of the original doodahs.
You don't deserve the very best.
That's what your wife said. That's all there is.
Here's the Future, a little 60 in it.
Again?
And what's this? All the way from one end to the other. That's Chuck's new super doodah, the Missouri. What are you gonna do with that? Yeah, there's Marion.
Yeah.
Does that thing fly, Marion?
No. He
We'll give him a ride on the new doodah, okay?
He is a nice flying dog, though, aren't you guys?
Well, we're rigging a parachute for him.
And he says, hi. He says, I'm,
quick. Okay, I'm going to do some gliding now. Ran out of fuel. You got it, Mike?
Yeah, I got it, but oh. Anytime.
Which way we have to do it, see?
Well, here it is. This is the new Scimitar Classic. Got all the classic lines of all the good stuff we ever knew about. Going into the nose, a little P-51-ish, Spitfire-ish, little taper wing. And notice the rear end here, got a little cosmic wind, and got a little 6.5 in it. It's a 60 size type airplane, and I'm going to call it the Scimitar Classic because again it has all the classic lines we're so happy with and used to. Climbs and rolls, and just like all the others. Went through a little extra work here. Notice we even have a rudder on it. Kick around a little bit. And you saw how it flies, and well, we're about ready to do a 3000 version. And speaking of 3000s, here it is. This is the all new out of the box. First Zippity Doodah 3000, and the little bitty engine up front proves it. Little Super Tiger 3000. This one, surprising enough, the airframe uncovered weighed 7.5 pounds. So all up weight, the gear, special landing gear on this little puppy. Gear was made by, the main gear was made by John Storrs in Texas. He's quite an artist with aluminum, and only one problem with it. He sent 4, so now we have to build 4 of the doodahs to have some fun. This is 81 inches on the span, and the wing area about 15.5 square feet. So at about 14 pounds, we're kind of light glider wing loading, less than 16 ounces per square foot. We'll get this in the air a little later and have some fun and do some flying. Here you go, with a little side view of the Zippity Doodah 3000. Of course, Mount Tom in the background. Little undercarriage shot. A lightweight 1/4-inch gear. Has the CB 4-inch wheels. Again, there's the John Storrs main gear. Gear weighs about 1.5 pounds. A little bit of rudder on this one. We're using the Futaba 7 UAF in it. And we got one going with the new Futaba Conquest 7. Should be some fun. Here's a little more of the classic. Coming up tight on it. Come off it. It's actually a 60 size ship. Ideal. I have a K&B 6.5 in this one. For speed, 6.5. Up tight, there you go. Notice the canopy, the rear end, a little cosmic wind like we said before, a little Spitfire-ish, and we're going to do a couple of these with it. Okay, here it is. Wait, September 19th. And guess what? We're back at Coyote. 10,000 foot runway. Got a few airplanes we're going to fly. And there's Bob and Henry, and I got a close-up on Susie here. They're up deer hunting, and Dickie brought his deer with him. And there she is. What do you got to say about that? You ready to do some flying, Susie?
Sure.
All right.
Want to get aileron in the picture here?
This is the first time. Bob, what do you think?
Well, I think it's great.
Is it all right?
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, Hank, this is your second time, and me too, huh?
Yeah, we haven't got as much wind this time, but...
Oh, well, we can wait till 4 or 5 o'clock.
Chipper.
There's Chipper.
There's Chipper.
And there's Hank's
Dickie Bird.
Hank's Polestar slant cut. And there's Bob's new Classic. And there's Dick's new Classic. And here's an original Doodah, the Von Wheeler. And I think we've got a nice day. And we're gonna do some of this flying here. As soon as Dick gets back, Dick just went up. Before we got the camera out and working, Dick Bernardo went up and did some flying. Got there.
It doesn't fly at 10,000 feet.
Did you have fun?
Oh, definitely have fun.
You did some rolls?
It rolls easy at 10,000.
And loops?
Loops, easy, easy. Ran out of gas. Need a bigger tank.
Okay, we're gonna get the camera going when we get a few more guys up now. Fuel it up, Dick, and let's go. I'll get a takeoff with you this time, Dick.
Okay.
Okay, there's Dick up. I missed his takeoff. Just missed his takeoff. There's Dick up at Coyote here at 10,000 feet. Making a little turn. And there's proof of old Dickie at the controls. I got you on record. Tell me what you're gonna do.
I lost my plane. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Lost it in the sun, huh?
There's a hangar here at Edwards Test Field. And we're gonna go up, and Dick's gonna do a pass here. I'm gonna try and find him. There he comes. That's quite a pass.
Nice pass.
Do that again, Dick.
Man, this is easy.
Do that again.
Yeah, right. Hey, come on.
Sure is pretty up here.
Blue sky, isn't it?
Frankly, I'm getting just as big a thrill out of being up here for the first time as I will for flying.
Okay, you're looking good. All right. Do that again, Dick. Oh. Okay, where's Susie? Come on, Suze. Come on back. Come on. Okay, Dick's up flying. Get some altitude.
Yeah. Better hurry or we're gonna run out.
Okay. You ready to take over, Susie?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Just flying away from flying to your right, okay?
Okay.
Let it go. A little bit of left. There you go. Okay, more left. Bring it around. It's like driving a car. Just do what you want it to do. You tell it.
Good job.
There you go. Perfect. And if you want the nose to come down, just push forward on that little
Just
thing.
go left and right, Dick. It's okay.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Okay, now go left. Just make big circles up there. There you go. All right, now sharp right. Now turn right. See, turn to the top. Not too sharp. Now bring it left. Left. Bring it around. There you go. Just like that, like that. Straighten it out. More right, more right.
There she is.
Perfect. She's gonna go behind the moon, Billy.
Okay, I'm watching her.
Okay.
There she is.
There.
Oh, behind the moon.
Now you're gonna go around it. Up. Well, you're all right. Doing fine.
Well, she's doing great.
I'm gonna go get a beer.
Don't leave it there, you'll lose it. And I'm not gonna go get it.
It's just out there a little ways.
Well, you having fun, Susie?
Sure.
Is that easy enough?
Oh, no, no. What are you doing?
Take it, Dick.
Wait a minute there. Honey, bring it back.
But you're gonna go get a beer.
Yeah, I know.
Service in the service?
Left, left. You're too far out. There you go.
Easy, easy,
Up,
easy.
up, up,
Take
up,
it, Dick.
up. Bring it up.
I don't know how to bring it up.
Here, here. Let me have it. Let me have it. Pull back on the stick.
Oh.
I thought you said push it forward. That's to bring it down.
Oh.
Well, you know you're left from right. Now you can get you up and down oriented.
Yeah.
Was that fun, Susie?
Yeah, that's
Turn
fun.
around this way so I can get you in the sun.
That's okay.
Tell us about your flying experience.
Oh, well, it was great.
What'd you fly?
I flew what is that?
Zippity-doo-dah.
A zippity-doo-dah, of course. Oh, it's fun. It's not as hard as you would think.
Yeah.
Landing and taking off, that I'm sure is hard.
I never had any trouble getting one down. They always come down.
Yeah, right. In one piece.
That's the trick. You get some trouble for that.
Okay, again, September 19th, and there's old Hank Bishop. He's flying his Polestar with the yeah, he's flying past the moon too. Okay, there's Bob Aiken. He's up with his classic. First time at 10,000 feet. There's Bob. There he is with his new classic. That's the third one to fly today. All new out of the box. Simitar Classic. Slowing down a bit. Come down the earth view here. There's the hangar here at the Edwards Field. And there's Bob. Well, Bob, what do you think about flying at 10,000?
Well, I think it's great. It's real high.
Okay, Dick, come on in.
Hey,
Well, what's that? What do you got there?
new classic.
Yeah?
And it's fast.
Let's see the top of the
Very
wing.
fast.
Let's see the top of the wing. It's fast.
It's very fast.
At 10,000, what kind of engine you got in it?
Oh, just a little more. 7.5 kb. Rear exhaust.
Ducted fan.
Tune pipe on it.
Let's see that puppy. You should roll it over there. Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Little 7.5er, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Does it move?
It rolled once.
It rolled?
Yeah,
I saw it rolled at least once.
yeah. I couldn't count how many, but it did roll. We're gonna try this again.
Okay,
Okay?
I'll do it. Okay, Susan, you're next up on the new classic with a 7.5 in it.
Sure. Even I know I shouldn't do it.
Okay, Dickie, get over there and talk.
We're talking. We're cleaning because we're gonna go home because we had too much fun today. And somebody said you're not supposed to have fun doing this.
Who said that?
We went to a meeting the other night, and that's what they said. So we're having too much fun, so we're gonna go home and mow the lawn.
Don't be.
Yeah, 7.5 still running, huh?
7.5 is hot.
Just look at me. Is it fast enough?
It's fast. We're after Hank Bishop now.
Hank Bishop, he had some fun today too, didn't he?
Well, let's see. If I can get,
we'd have had us a little race.
Yeah.
get 2 09s, one in each wing, and have a tri-motor, I might be able to keep up with you, Dickie.
Well, do it.
Okay, there's Hank's Polestar, and There's my doodah ready to pack. There's Dickie's wiping down, Dickie's doodah. And I want to know about that cutie over there. Did you have any fun flying today?
Sure did.
All right.
But I don't have anything technical to say about it.
Okay, well, we're going to give you one shot here of the field. That's one end of the runway. And over to the left there is the storage shed or hangar, whatever they use up here. Got a lot of mountains. We're right on Coyote Flat here. All the way around. There's the other end of the runway down there. We never run out of runway when we land here. It's got plenty of width. Okay, let's hear it, guys. Have fun?
Hey.
Oh, very much.
Hooray, hooray. Okay. We're going to head down the hill now. We'll be home in 2 hours.
Hang on a minute. Okay, now we're on record.
Okay, well, here's the boogie board. Got it all wired and ready to go again. This is a little different setup here. We got a little nacelle. We earlier flew it with the prop mounted back and some tip weights sticking out here, but we can give it a shot and fly it again. It flew fine the first time and a little tail heavy, but we're going to go again now and get it on the recorder. Okay, you're on. You're on record right now.
You're recording.
Whoops.
Adjusted in the front nose wheel. Okay, try this again.
Okay.
These things, once they get warm a little bit, they get contrary to start.
What we have is those fins right there dragging on the ground, it seems. So, give it another try.
Getting tired of this son of a bitch. God.
Oh man.
I had it too close in and I lost it for a while. I got it back.